Alright, this is just an example of what I look for on the first layer, as well as the skirt. The skirt gives me an indication of where the print will land, and as you can see, it's right on the blue tape, just as I had planned. The rest of the build surface is kept clean and empty of clear of any debris. I like to keep a clean house. And currently, just by looking at the contrast between the filament and the blue tape and the mirrored surface, it looks to be a very good beginning. So that's why I use the mirror, because I can see a reflection. For various reasons, that comes in very handy. But at the same time, it also disrupts when I print straight on the glass. It's tough to see how the print is going to turn out. So the blue tape gives me contrast, and I can actually see through it. It's kind of transparent there. I can see how well it's sticking. And so that's another bonus that the tape offers, is that you can print straight on it. So right now, we got good contrast, and we look like we got good adhesion. The speed is good, and it looks like this is going to turn out to be a good print. Alright, since I've never really found the need to heat the table, I have opted to use Aqua Net hairspray. The reason I don't heat the table is because I don't have to worry about warping, or the fact that I have to wait for it to heat up or cool down to remove the part. So currently, during this pause mode, you can see everything is good, and of course the tape allows me easy cleanup, and I just have to replace the part of the tape that I don't need. And so far it all looks great. So I'm going to go ahead and push restart and get it started again. Alright, so far I'm 50% through the print, 1 hour. And so far it's doing very well. I'll come back when the print ends, and we'll check it again in about an hour. Okay, the print's coming to an end, and it's designed to shut off automatically. That's a reset switch that I built into the unit to shut itself off. So if I'm not here to do it myself, it does it on its own. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the table forward, flip the switch back on. Okay, so now we're back to normal run. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off the controller. And as you can see, all the parts and pieces turned out perfectly from start to finish. And it basically, everything will just come fairly easily off of the tape, because I also use a little bit of the Aqua Net as the adhesion factor. So I think it turned out very well. Thank you for watching. Alright, as you can see, all the parts came off very well from the tape, no problem. Since I'm only using a small amount of tape, cleanup is very easy. Most likely I'll just have to replace just the center row here, if at all. And the supports, you can see, came out great. They just have to be popped out of there. I use Cura, I guess the older version, and that turned out great. And again, these little supports there, they just pop right out, no issue. Same with this one. Has the supports in there, no problem. Printed the hole just great. A little bit of basic cleanup on the parts, and really easy cleanup on the table for the next print. Alright, only took a few minutes, and I went ahead and replaced this section of tape, cleaned off the skirt that was on the other two, and reapplied very fine mist of Aquanet spray, allowed to dry so it's no longer tacky. I tend to increase the temperature of the bed just slightly above room temperature to aid in the drying of the hairspray, but that's about it. I've never had to heat the table more than a few degrees above room temperature, and it's worked every time. So there you are. So I'm pretty happy with how the print turned out, and I'm going to go ahead and start another one.